Hey everyone! So it is the day to get rid of the peach fuzz I have here. I know that I mentioned I wanted to let my hair grow out naturally, but it's to the point now where I think you guys kind of get how far it kind of goes. Because, woo, if we look at this, it really is just this little peach fuzz left. And I just did the third day of my second round of um, chemo today. So it's the ones that I have hanging on right now are really hanging on. I can brush it, I can wash it, they're not falling out anywhere, which is good. But at the same time, I really don't want this look when I can have a nice clean bald head look. So this is what it looks like. I would say about 4 weeks after my first chemo, and that's kind of what you can expect. Still really fun to play with. But yes, so I figured I would go ahead and do this. A couple things to mention. I am going to be cutting my hair. I'm putting it to the side. My mother and my aunts are the kind of people, maybe a lot of you think this is weird, but they, at a funeral, might cut a little bit of the back of the person's hair. That way they have the hair of their loved ones. Just something sometimes people do. But I figured I was going to do a funeral video. Yes, again, I'm planning for the worst, but hoping for the best. I just want to make sure everything is covered. But I did not have time. I wanted to do it when I had like hair and energy. That way people got to see me if, things didn't go as planned. But it's okay. We do what we can. Also, I figured I would cut some of my hair out when I had the full head of hair, but knowing that these hairs I've got right now are completely healthy in a way, I guess, because they are still hanging on like crazy, makes sense. So I will put these aside for my mother. If things don't go wrong, you get the baby fuzz, or if they don't go right, I should say. But I have very good attitudes that it's going to go okay and well, and we're going to get through this. But again, it gives me comfort to be able to plan for everything, so I don't have to worry about it later on. So I guess let's start with that. I did get scissors. I was going to shave my head with a razor, but then I heard that was not good, because if you're going through this type of thing, if you nick yourself, you could open up to infection. So I got one of these bad boys. I don't like trimmers because sometimes I feel like they pull hair. And if you know anything about me, I don't like sharp pains like needles and pulling hair and rubber bands being flicked at me, those types of stuff. But all good. So I guess let's get to getting. And no better place to start than, well, the very beginning and the middle. I guess I could do a mohawk, but it's fine. But yeah, you can see like my frustration. Like, I could go out in public like this, or with a hat, or just shave it, and it's probably going to look so much better. And I would probably agree, if it's this thin, even if you're male or female, it probably would just look cleaner. Go with a Sinead kind of look. All good. I mean, there's many people who have bald heads in style, male and female. So let's just get a cut in here, and I might zoom this up for you guys, or speed this up. You know what? No, I'll tell you something that happens to me while I do this. So if you can see, I am wearing my It Is a Beautiful Day to Fight Cancer shirt. Again, I love the word fight instead of journey, because my life is the journey. So this is just a fight, or a chapter, or how people like to word it. But yeah, so I was in the cafeteria yesterday at the hospital, and actually right before I passed somebody in the hallway, and just noticed each other, like a hi, how you doing kind of thing. And so I went to eat in the cafeteria, and it's around noon where like everybody's trying to eat. It is a crazy, crazy day, of course. 12:30 is the worst time to get there because there's barely any seats even for like one person. And I was talking to myself, and I'm like, going around the tables to the deepest parts of the forest, what have you, to try to find a seat. And it was such a cheesy, oh, here comes the first group. Yay. It was such a cheesy thing I said to myself, where I'm like, God's going to guide the way. God will guide the way. So I'm like, okay, fine, that sounds cheesy, but cool. Sure enough, it did. And I got to a seat and just twisting this up. Yay, that's what my hair actually used to look like when it's all together. Highlights, people, highlights. Yeah, actually, yeah, with the roots and everything. Nice. So anyway, I found a little table, had a few other little tables around it, probably like the last, 6 seats I saw in there. And then the person that I had, then the head nod stuff with earlier in the day, a few minutes later came and sat down at a table next to me. And he started praying over his food. And I just thought that was a nice thing to see. Again, I am not pushing religion on anybody. I don't want you guys to think that, but I'm free from my beliefs, so all good. But I said something to him when he was done praying, like, oh, I saw you praying over your food. That was really nice to see, because some people are very shy about that. I usually pray over my food and it's in my head, and people just don't notice because they don't want to, make anybody ever feel uncomfortable. But at the same time, do what you want. But yeah, so nice little exchange. And then he said, he just kept eating, I kept eating. When he was done, he came over to me and he's like, hey, my name is Alex, blah, blah, blah. And hope you're having, a good day. And then he had a cross on, and he had taken it off, and he held it in his hands. He's like, can I leave this with you? And I'm like, yeah, that was like really awesome. And it's actually, this one here, it's actually a very cool cross. It's got this blue metal piping. This is actually my favorite color. It's not the same color as the shirt. It's like a light, bright, almost neonish kind of blue. And I'm like, it's my favorite color. Like, not even like close to anything else. Like, that's just my favorite color. That was very cool. They're like baby blue. But yeah, so that was just a nice exchange. And let me grab a brush to, help get this out. That was just, yeah, a really lovely exchange. And it was nice to, again, like, different places I'm going in the world. It was nice to not be alone, have somebody see you and just, take a moment to make your day a little bit better. So it's really simple things like that. And again, it doesn't have to be like anything religious, guys. It's just the simple fact of like the nodding, the smiling. When you're at a grocery store, you see somebody who has kind of RBF, if you know what that is, then it is nice to smile and see them smile back, because sometimes they're just having a really rough day, and that's all they need. And that to me sometimes just makes my day to be able to do that for somebody else. So it was unique and nice when somebody wanted to make my day. And he could have just, introduced himself. That was enough for me. But yeah, giving a gift like straight off, it's like getting the shirt off somebody's back, that was very, very kind. So yeah, that was a nice thing that happened to me. Let me see if I can speed this up. And also at the end of this, I will have some Halloween costume ideas for people who are going through this, guys, girls, all of it, because October is coming up, and yeah, we still want to have a little fun, even if it's just like a Zoom party or a picture to post on Facebook. If we're up for it, if we're not, that's always okay too. But I know myself, it's gonna be October's gonna be okay in the beginning, because I'll just be getting to my proton therapy. October 1st is the first day. But he did say to expect a rough November. I've got proton therapy October 1st through November 18th. So when Halloween comes around, it's probably going to be a rough time for me. I should have the sores in my mouth, sinuses will be swollen up. I just had a video, video class in a way, earlier today about that. So yeah, it's not going to be the funnest Halloween for me. So I might not dress up per se, But even if I can't, maybe somebody else will be at the beginning or the end of their thing here, and they'll be able to. And also not just to have like one or two ideas, but just to have some selection, because you always think, well, I'm in this predicament. I've only got a few. No, there's actually a pretty good number of ideas. So I will share that with you guys in just a few. For now, I am going to speed this up, I believe, so you don't have to listen to me ramble, which I am so very good at. Uh, and see you on the end of this. Alright guys, so as you can see, I am just trimming with the scissors at first, but then comes time with the razor. And it might look weird, I think a lot of people usually start the razor front to back, but I just know that I want a cleaner, closer shave. So what I'm doing is I'm going against the grain in the back, and then kind of working my way up. Alright, so I still have a little stubbly kind of stuff in there that I can't get. I tried to go with the grain, against the grain, all of it. Back there is pretty smooth. But that's also fine. Like, let people have a little something to rub against if they want to rub my head. So yeah, I've always said like I don't ever do my hair too tight on the sides because I just don't have the head shape for that. So I don't have the best head shape for a bald head, especially the tan line, but that's okay. But also, I mean, look, what other many million options do I have? So I'm not mad at it, and it looks much better than what it did with the fuzzy peach fuzz. So all good with this. One thing, if you're just shaving your head, a couple of my bald friends had told me, please put on some sunblock. This, as you can tell, is very much different from the rest of my hair, and the worst thing with everything you were going through, you do not want to have a burnt scalp. So please just wear your sunblock, and if you want to lay it on thick at first, maybe like go a little lower and lower to even out the tan line so that you can get some, the vitamin D there. But yeah, just be careful with that. You got enough going on, I'm sure. Also, I forgot to say, when I was doing, or when I was noticing my hair falling out, I would love to give people a warning, a heads up as to when that might happen. Because I know it's slightly different for everybody. With what I'm on, it's between week 2 and 3, and that's exactly what I did too. So whatever your doctors say is probably going to be around that. But if you have ever had long hair like I have, and you put it up in a ponytail, or just put it up somehow and then let it dry that way, and you let it down at the end of the day, that kind of scalp pain, it's not like pain, but it's just like the follicles were bent the wrong way, and you can tell it just like was sensitive. That is what I was feeling just a couple of days before my hair started falling out. The first time was like, I ran my fingers through my hair and there was like, oh, 3 hairs in my hand. I'm like, oh, okay, something's up. The next day it was, could run my fingers through my hair. Oh, here's like 10 hairs. Yeah. And then I didn't do anything the next day because I was traveling. And then the day after that is when it, fell out in the bathtub that I showed you guys. But why I'm saying this is, if you're starting to feel, that tingle, you probably still have like a good day or two, go out, if you can, if you have the strength, go, do your hair up, enjoy that hair. If it's really something that you're gonna miss, as soon as you feel those, follicles kind of tingling, go out to dinner if you can, or just, have a nice dinner home. Like, do something to get yourself gussied up, and enjoy it before. That way, maybe that'll be helpful for you to be able to say goodbye to it if it's weighing on your mind. It's kind of like, at least then all of a sudden you're not woken up and half your hair is on the bed. That might happen still. Again, there's over 100 different types of chemotherapies. But with what I had, which, sometimes is a popular one, platinum-based ones, I had a few days kind of gradual heads up. So I just want to say, like, you are not your hair. You are not defined by your hair. Your hair will grow back. And I get that it's very sad because sometimes we're like just fighting to see if we can get through this, but You are more than your hair. This is the time to show yourself and to other people. It is not just a saying that we say that where beauty, comes from the inside. Dude, and I get it. I've always I've been cast for my hair, and my hair's always been the thing that people talked about when I walk into a room. Like that's how they recognize me. Oh yeah, like the blonde guy, like 1,000 yards away. So I do get the aspect of holding on to that and loving my hair and all that. But I don't want people to feel like it is a part of their life ending. It is not. This is a chapter in my life, in your life. It is a chapter. You are going to get it back. So if there's any way that you can kind of come up with comedy or just seeing it as a novelty like I'm doing right now, I know it's hard. I know it's so much easier said than done, but please look forward to your hair growing back. Please look forward to the idea. If you want to deal with wigs, I hear a lot of people don't because they're itchy and hot and such, but there's a lot of great ones out there. There's probably even places that will give you low cost or free ones that are nice for these types of situations. But yeah, this is, you are more than your hair. You are a very capable, wonderful, loving human being that people want to be around. I am sure of it. I don't know you, but trust me, this is temporary. So, for me, this is kind of fun. I had a friend who was a makeup artist put a bald cap on me one time, so I got a peek, kind of a sneak peek of this already. But this is even closer because obviously there was real hair underneath the bald cap. So, yes, it is a beautiful day to fight cancer. Oh, and there goes more hair out of the towel. Good times. But I do feel like this looks so much better than what it did. I can actually go out on the airplane tomorrow, not wear a hat. I'll wear a mask, but I won't wear a hat. Or maybe I will if it's cold. But now I have options. Now it's not just I have to wear a hat. I'm fine with this. This is fun. And like I said, a novelty. So I'm going to shave my face because I noticed that stopped growing. I still have hair on other parts of my body that are growing, so kind of weird. We'll see, how long that takes to fall out, or if it does. My eyebrows they're not thinning out, which is funny because I really thought that would go at the same time. So I really feel like when I have eyebrows, this looks like a choice, which cool, fine, whatever. And I've always had this is my natural thinness of eyebrows. People sometimes dude, stop plucking your eyebrows. I'm like, I don't. I wish I could have more, but I just don't. So anyway, I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to move over to the desk, and I'm going to go through Halloween costume with you guys. All right, see you in a sec. Hey y'all, so that was a really smooth shave, probably the smoothest shave of my life, like butter, probably because hair follicles wanted to fall out anyway, but I will take it. So I've got Halloween costume ideas, and pretty much just as many for men as for women. And I know, a lot of people don't feel like going out, especially with immune systems that are compromised and such. So not that I'm recommending to be going into big crowds or anything, but, sometimes you can maybe have a little Zoom party, or just, just to take a picture to pop it on your social media, just to do something uplifting and fun. It doesn't really hurt. But if you are in a situation where you can do it, maybe you just got off of all of your chemo and your immune system's good, and you just want to go out and have that nice time that you've not been able to have in forever, maybe these will be helpful ideas for you. So let's get started. First, I think a lot of people think of this one, Uncle Fester. I'm sure Amazon will probably have a light up light bulb that you can use. And when I say light up, without a cord, just to make it a little extra fun. Also Morpheus from the Matrix, and Captain Picard from Star Trek. That's a really easy one and looks really good. Mr. Clean. I'm doing all the guys' costumes first, and I'll get to the women's costumes. And then the genie from Aladdin. I'm thinking the Will Smith version, just because he had a little ponytail you could probably just stick on with some of that adhesive stuff. And then Gru from Despicable Me. Popeye. Really easy and fun one there too. And then Voldemort from Harry Potter. Also, if you've ever seen the movie, this is a throwback Powder. That was a kind of cool one. And then if you like more niche costumes, people it'll take it a second, but you'll appreciate when people actually get it. Um, Also, Magneto is a very cool costume, especially if you're in a wheelchair. I mean, come on, like who's like the kick butt person more than him? Now, if you're a female, there are quite a good number of costumes as well. One that came to mind first of all was Cynthia Erivo. She played Elphaba in the Wicked movies. Gorgeous, and she has the natural, just well not natural, but she shaves the bald head and the nails. Will give it away probably right away as well. But she's very cool. A lot of these women are very kick butt, by the way. So I liked when I'm looking down this list, it felt good because I'm like, these are really empowering characters. And I think that's something that we all kind of want to feel when this is kind of going on anyway. So G.I. Jane, it can be, you can shave. I think if you shave it, so if it's like this, people aren't really going to notice that much different when you have the army gear on. I know she had like a little peach fuzz or so, but either way, that could work for either one. And yeah, really, really kick butt lady. So Ripley in Alien 3, also very cool. Even if you had like maybe a little stuffed alien or something with you to give it away, that'd be fun. Charlize Theron in Mad Max, still relevant and still very, very cool. Grace Jones, I mean, come on, heck yeah. Cassandra Nova from Deadpool and Wolverine. I've not seen the movie, but I saw the costume. I'm like, it's actually looks kind of simple enough to where you don't have to go through too much effort, but again, still very cool. And I think I'm right in saying that she's Magneto's like twin sister or something like that. So that might be really cool if you've got a buddy to like do the dual costume with or something like that. Um, and then Okoye from Black Panther, very very cool. And I saw her in an interview when she was talking about, they called her very last minute. She thought she would have more time before she had to shave her head, and it took a second for her to get used to it. But then when she had more warriors, more of her army coming on set, it felt more and more empowering. And knowing that these are very strong women, that the standards of beauty that we've set in this country, and just look up any of the interviews with her. It's very very cool the way she phrases it. I will never do that complete justice, but yeah, it was just awesome. Now, if you're somebody like me who didn't mind having the peach fuzz, like I did 5 minutes ago, there are other alternatives. If you're somebody who's into like special effects, heavy makeup, then this will be good options. You can do things like the Crypt Keeper or a zombie. And I know these all sound like extra, but it's Halloween. There's tons of like witches and all these kind of things. I love putting like the putty kind of stuff all over and having fun with it. Also, I thought it'd be kind of cute to have Norman Bates and his mother in the wheelchair. Again, I'm going kind of dark here, but Halloween's a little bit of everything. So you get to be whatever you want. And I don't want to leave the people out who like the really grotesque kind of costumes, like me. So also, the other one I had is Gypsy Rose. And she could go with her mother pushing her or her boyfriend pushing her. Again, a little on the dark side, but still kind of creative, fun. I know we all have different senses of humors. So I'm hoping that nobody takes offense by any of these, but at the same time, again, it's Halloween. It's a time just to have fun. And when you're going through something like this, you need to just be able to laugh and be silly and have a moment, and do something that, makes you feel good. Maybe some of these, like I said, are really empowering. And just by getting into the costume, when you're acting, a lot of it is when you step into a costume, all of a sudden you kind of take on that persona, and you get to take on that strength. So that would be really great for, I think, people who are having a hard time to step into the tracks of somebody, the shoes, literally, of somebody who might have a little bit more strength and than what you're feeling you do right now. So by all means, step into the strength. So that's what I've got for costumes. And thanks for hanging out while I did this fun thing. I cannot wait for this tan line to even out. But at the same time, oh my goodness, I also forgot Blue Man Group. I mean, come on, dude, that's amazing. And you can do that with friends too. Just give them a ball cap, everybody paints their faces blue, and all good, easy. Or Smurfs. Yeah, there's options. There's so many options out there. But hopefully those few were worth it for you. And again, this video is turning into a long one, so I get to go home tomorrow for almost a week, and then I'll be back here in Texas at MD Anderson for almost 2 straight months. That is my update. I've got my Neulasta On Pro on me right now, and then tomorrow that should go off, and then I can peel it off, and I will be free from IVs and needles and things popping out of me. So I'll be looking forward to my almost a full week in my bed at home and just being able to relax and not have to keep up a million appointments. I'm sure some of you guys can feel me. So, all right, have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. All right, bye.